Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's the NFC Championship game.
For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship from the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter. It's Taylor Heineke. Heineke going to put it up right away. And his first look is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Heineke. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 70 yards. And the Commanders have struck first in this NFC title game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he returns this to the 22. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback. And he
looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. One semi-factor, if you want to call it that was brought up in the papers this morning here, Charles. You got a dome team on the road in a cold weather environment, first round of the playoffs in January. Do you think that's a big deal?
Ordinarily, I say no. But in this situation, because you're used to that perfectly controlled environment, some coaches will want their teams exposed to it. And if you're coming from a warm weather place and, even getting outside of your dome doesn't really help you, a lot of times they'll go on the road a little bit earlier. Go to a cold weather place, go to a place where there's a little bit of weather and practice there that week before the game to try and simulate the conditions they expect come game day. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for James Conner. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Right back to Conner here on first. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Yeah, they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Murray a give. This is Conner. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down, Murray. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Conner. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, a give to Conner. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And that is incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Heineke. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Heineke. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
On 1st and 10, Heineke got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Heineke now. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll run with Gibson, and he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Brandon, what were they you thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Heineke. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Heineke from the gun on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 23 yards on the play. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run behind center with Connor. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Connor up the middle. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get 1 key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's a handoff to Connor. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Connor. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand. A first down throw for Heineke. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Heineke on first down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Heineke over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Final play of the half here. Heineke. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here on the first half of play. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. Murray now to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On second down, Connor looking for space. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On the draw, Connor. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Heineke to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. On play action, Heineke. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Heineke. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taylor Heineke taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. Third quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From just shy of midfield, Heineke, and his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Got an open man, finds Gibson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, 28 yards. And the Commanders are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now on the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line. Murray now on 1st down. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Shotgun now for Murray. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Gibson again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Washington on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2. Straight ahead, Gibson. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 86 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.